Welcome back to another episode of the Happy Healed Girl podcast. I'm your host, Inaya Marie. I am a retired six-figure salon owner turned manifestation and mindset coach. Now I travel abroad while I help high potential women break free from survival mode and actually create the lifestyle and business they say that they want. So this is going to be episode 8. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy I have people listening and rocking with me. And I just want to say, buckle up, girl, buckle up. And today's episode is going to be your reminder that you are worthy. You're worthy of all the good things. And you're not worthy because you work hard or put everyone else's needs before your own. You're not worthy of love or respect because you shrink yourself to keep the peace. You're worthy because you fucking exist. Yeah, I said it. Your existence makes you worthy of all the love, all the respect, all the good things, and you don't have to earn it. Okay? So before I get into it, before I get to yapping, before I get fired up, I want to invite you to enroll in my Lack to Limitless Manifestation course. This course is where we reprogram your mindset, identify and combat limiting beliefs, and give you real strategies to quiet self doubt with 6 video modules, weekly audio trainings, printable workbooks, and group coaching sessions inside of our private Facebook community. These trainings are created to help you mold and create the current reality that you would want to see. This is what you've been visualizing, and I'm giving you the real tools and strategies to bring it into fruition. So the link to my course will be in the show notes. And I can't wait for you to join us. I'm super excited. I do have a free training coming up this Sunday at 7 p.m. So August 17th, I do have a free training coming up. If you would like to get registered for that free training, go ahead and send me a DM at I am Inaya Marie and just send me the word masterclass and I'll go ahead and get you the link so you can get registered. And let's get into the episode. Okay. So this episode, like I said, is your reminder that your self-worth is not tied to your accomplishments. It's not tied to the amount of money in your bank account. It's not tied to your accolades, how hard you work. It's not tied to how much you endure and how much you put on your back and carry for everyone else. It is tied to none of those things. And I came to this realization because I am someone who used to think that way, right? So growing up, I was raised by a single mother. My mother was a nurse. She worked so freaking hard. So she took care of me and my brother on her own, put herself through nursing school while she worked, while she took care of us. And it's like she never missed a fucking beat. So I don't really know how she did it. She was always the breadwinner. I never really seen her sweat when things got hard, when things got tight. She just provided and she just showed up and she did it with such grace. I didn't hear her complain too much. And sometimes I really just don't know how she did it. Sometimes she would work 16 hours, 6 days per week, and she was still able to show up for talent shows and football games and student teacher meetings and all the good stuff. And to me, I seen that as power. I seen that as being superwoman and being superwoman and carrying everything on your back and doing it alone and working your fingers down to the bone made you worthy of good things. It made you worthy of a nice place to live. It made you worthy of that nice car. It made you worthy of love and acceptance and friendship. And I seen that as the pillar to self-worth. Like this is how it's supposed to go. This is what I'm seeing, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with working hard, but hear me out. So, self worth to me looked like never asking for help. It looks like pushing straight ahead with all the odds stacked against you when you're exhausted, when you're overwhelmed. It meant carrying the weight on your shoulders, and that made you worthy of respect, love, admiration, acceptance. Hard work and giving more than what you had was the core of self worth and success because that's how I viewed it. That's what I seen. But when I use these same thought patterns, when I use these same beliefs to build my business, I began to structure my whole existence around everything I had learned subconsciously growing up. And I realized that the respect still didn't come. Asking for help wasn't easier, and no one checked on me because I always figured it out. I had it figured out, so I couldn't need help. I had it figured it out. I was smart. I was, resilient. I was all these things. And so that meant I could figure it out. That meant I didn't need help. That meant that I wasn't allowed to ask for help. And if I was asking for help, it wasn't taken seriously. And showing up for everyone around me only made me more stressed. And the more I did, the more people expected instead of appreciating me. So it's like we're doing these things for acceptance and we're bending over backwards to be deemed worthy, and it it didn't it didn't really do that. It didn't really make me feel worthy at all. So I realized that wasn't who I wanted to be. And so when business slowed down, when things got hard, when everything crumbled, I was forced to find myself because I couldn't hide behind all the shit I thought made me worthy. There was nothing more to hide behind. And the point I'm making is that if behind all those accomplishments and accolades, you don't know who you are, when bending backwards for people who wouldn't even look back for you, that wouldn't even call and check on you, doesn't equate to worthiness the way you thought it did. And if you couldn't build community by putting everyone before yourself, by showing up, by giving and over showing up and overdoing, overplaying your part, and if you look down on others with different views of success, or you're just a shitty person that nobody wants to ultimately be around without your accolades and without your accomplishments, what was the point? What was the point in all the showing up and all the bending over backwards and all the hard work and all the long nights and all the tears and carrying it all on yourself like a big burden, on your back? Because that's what it becomes when you're not doing it for yourself, when you're doing it for acceptance and for love and respect. What was the point? So nothing started making sense until I started spending my time on my character. These are things that no one can take from me. My self discipline, my confidence, my humility, my self perception. Self perception is that girl. Self perception is so important. How you view yourself is so important. And material things and external validation, along with how hard I hustled, how hard I grinded, how hard I got to the bag, just mattered much, much less. Like, it's okay to go after your goals. There's nothing wrong with going after your goals. Please chase your dreams, but know who you are at the core. Don't forget who you are and don't base your self-worth solely off of those material things, the accolades, the accomplishments, the dollars in your bank account. Don't base your worth solely off of those things alone, because what's going to happen is it'll crush you when you self-sabotage and lose it all because you did all this to feel worthy. And all you did was manifest the exact opposite, because the root of it all is that your idea of what it meant to be worthy was already the wrong idea to begin with. You started out you just started out on the wrong foot. You started out thinking you had to earn worthiness. You started out thinking that you had to work for it and you had to grind for it and you had to chase it instead of receiving, instead of just being you. You searched for worthiness in external validation and in friendships and relationships instead of having it within. And that is where it is not, and that is the issue. And like I said, I just want to remind you that none of those things make you worthy. None of those things say you're enough. You say you're enough, right? So, worthiness does not come from the clothes and shoes in your closet. It doesn't come from spreading yourself thin and working until exhaustion. It doesn't come from putting others before yourself. You have to find balance in your material possessions, your hard work, your friendships, your sacrifices, There's nothing wrong with working hard and grinding for your dream car, putting others in a better position if you're able, but don't do because you're waiting for some imaginary reward that deems you as most worthy because it's never going to come. Do because that's who you are, and know that even if you did none of those things, you never had to earn kindness, you never had to earn respect, you never had to earn love or acceptance. You are worthy because it's your fucking birthright. You are worthy when you wake up in the morning with crust in your eyes, with morning breath. You are worthy whether you bend over backwards for people, whether you spread yourself thin. You are worthy whether you worked 80 hours this week or you worked 35. You are worthy whether you make $10 an hour or $100 an hour. You are worthy if you make 20,000 a year or if you make 100,000 a year. You are worthy of all the things that you want, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Okay? And that that is what I wanted to say. That is what I wanted to remind you. And while you let that simmer, while you let that just seep in, right? I want to invite you to enroll in my Lack to Limitless Manifestation course. You'll have access to live video modules talking you through the process on getting clear on your goals, identifying limiting beliefs, making room for your manifestations, strategies to help you quiet self-doubt, and so much more. I'm so proud of this course. If any of these things sound like, oh my God, yes, I need help with that. Oh my God, I have been wanting to do something and I keep starting and I keep stopping and I feel like I have all these things in my way. I know that some of these things can be worked through. I just don't know where to start. This is for you. So you get full access right now for just $222. Of course, I'll leave the link in the show notes. And if you are a VIP, if you are a skip the line type of girl, I am opening up a few seats for my private VIP coaching. This is where you actually get to work with me one-on-one for 4 weeks, 4 whole weeks. You get direct access to me. We'll do phone calls, help streamline your process so that you can go from lack to limitless. So everything inside of the course, plus private coaching, Facebook community, exclusive audio sessions you can listen to whenever you want, whenever you need to pick me up, weekly challenges to hold you accountable, and just so much more. So go ahead, DM me VIP at I am Inaya Marie on Instagram, and I will send you the link so that you can apply just to make sure you're a great fit and that you're really ready to commit because we are about to enter the last quarter, right? It's really time. It's always half the year is already going. So by the time you look up, it's gonna be Christmas time, it's gonna be Thanksgiving time, and you're still gonna be looking around and trying to figure out what have you been doing the entire year. And it's time to press the gas. It's time to go. It's time to get clear on your goals. It's time to clear everything out of your way that's holding you back mentally, emotionally, and I want to help you do that. Okay? So the link will be in the show notes. DM me VIP at Inaya Marie. I am Inaya Marie on Instagram. And I want to say thank you so much for spending time with me on today's episode. If anything you heard resonated with you or gave you that gentle nudge you needed, trust that that is for a reason. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at I am Inaya Marie. Make sure to follow me on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, whichever one you decide to listen on. And share this episode with a friend. I know someone needed to hear that. And I will be back next week with more accountability and more self love. And y'all just have the most amazing weekend. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye.